guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wicked, starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Alphaba, a young woman embarrassed for her green skin, and Glenda, a popular girl, became friends at Shiz University in the land of Oz. After an encounter with the wonderful Wizard of Oz, their friendship reaches a crossroad. When this movie originally opened, we saw Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion walking down the Yellow Road. I was kind of confused on where in the timeline this fit in, because I haven't seen the Wizard of Oz in ages. I feel like I might need to watch again to do a ranking of all the Wizard of Oz movies. But I think there was something about the timeline that was getting me confused right from the get-go, because like we open with like everything shattered, and we see Alphaba's hat on the ground, and people going like, the Wicked Witch of the West is dead. And then you're like, oh, so she already died? But then in the opening we do see Gwenda, and she does explain of how they used to be friends. Then we get the whole actual part of the movie where we actually get like basically the whole origin story of how they became friends, and then we start to see that turn towards the ending of the movie that leads into Wicked for Good. I do like how this movie is a take on race, on how Alphaba is green, and everyone finds it hard to accept that that's the way that she is. And I think that that's very important storytelling, especially for people today. Like we dealt with Sinners this year, we dealt with tons of other movies and TV shows nowadays. That's a big reason why I love the X-Men, because the X-Men is that kind of race kind of thing. And like I like how they deal with it. So I think that it's a very good story that needs to be good for generations, because generations need to realize how screwed up the society is. So I do think that it's good having that story for generational storytelling. I actually really like the music in this movie. I like a lot of the songs. I like What Is This Feeling, and how they incorporate stage choreography and dance numbers within that song, and I like how they do the dance numbers within it. I do like the sets in this movie. I love exploring more of the World of Oz, while also the sets move around during the Dancing Through Life song and all that. I like how that all works, and like that's just incredible. And I love how they use the dance choreography to move through it. I think that that's very, very cool in that scene. Seeing both Alphaba and Gwenda becoming friends is so, like, you're like, oh, thank God you've finally become friends. So this is the point of the movie, is how you became friends. And that being followed up by the popular song is just really, really good. I really, really like that. I do want to give a shout out to Ariana Grande, because I am a big fan of Sam and Cat, the show that she was on for Nickelodeon. I do think that she is kind of annoying in that show, but I do like her in the show because that's her character. Her character is very that over-the-top, crazy, annoying character. And so I like how in this movie, she's actually she's definitely grown as an actress. She doesn't do a lot of acting now. She's mainly a singer than an actor. But I do like when she does, because I do like how in this movie she does do the acting and the singing in this movie, and telling the story of Gwenda becoming the fairy that she becomes in The Wizard of Oz is very, very good. I do want to talk about Cynthia Erivo in this movie. Now, we all know about the controversy surrounding her when the first poster came out, and they were doing the whole poster based on the play where it was Gwenda near Alphaba's ear and whispering to her. We saw that, and someone did an edit where they took the poster and they blacked out her eyes, because in the original poster you don't see Alphaba's eyes. And she commented on that going like, oh, I think that this is very disrespectful to me and stuff like that. So like, that was a bit of a like, I mean like, no, they just want to make it more look like the actual poster from the show. Like, they're not trying to offend you, they're not trying to offend the people who made the poster. They're just trying to, like, in almost every poster there is a fault in it. Like, the floating head posters, the Wicked poster, not that that's a floating head poster, but there's a lot of posters that people come up with that the actual people doing the graphic design for the posters in general, not that they do a bad job, but people get sick of the floating head posters and some of the way that they shoehorn a bunch of people onto the poster. So, but Cynthia Erivo does an incredible job as Alphaba in this movie. She can sing, she can be the Wicked Witch of the West. That is exactly what it is. And you can see why she ends up going to be the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, you can totally buy it. And speaking about Alphaba and Gwenda, I did pick up on the ad bit, and I knew exactly when those cameos came into play. And I actually thought it was a good bit. As someone who hasn't seen the play, I don't have the same attachment as everyone else to the play, but I thought that those were good cameos for that scene. Especially since that was an added bit, I thought that was very surprising. I thought that really, really worked. And another person I do want to talk about is Jeff Goldblum. I love him as Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park. I love him as the Grandmaster in Thor Ragnarok. And he has such more presence that if you put him into a movie, like, the movie is really entertaining more than it already was when you put him in it. I didn't see the twist coming at the end. I was like, well, if this is an unexpected twist, what are they going to throw at me in Wicked for Good if that movie's meant to have twists? But apparently I've also heard that the second part's not very good. So I'm holding out hope. I'm going to give Wicked 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm not going to lie, I am more leaning towards a 3 out of 5, but I think that there's way more. I think that this is a good movie. I'm just not as high on it as everyone else, is my issue. So, yeah, but I do like the songs, I love the actors, I love what they did. I think it was really, really good. I'm just not as high on this movie as everyone else. So guys, thank you for watching. Next time, we'll be talking about Wicked for Good. And then I'll probably do an Oz ranking. So guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe, also the little bell icon to get notified of future videos that I'll make. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.